Welcome, Backyard Explorers. Today is our final day, and what we thought we would do is nature has been inspiring artists for thousands of years. So we thought we would do some art projects with you that we can collect some nature materials and that you could add your own art activities. Today we have day 4 bag, we have a painted rock, we have some googly eyes, some wildflower seeds just to give you. There are 2 postcards that we're going to explain a little bit later, a bit of yarn, and there's a leave no trace card. Our rock actually has already been painted just so it's easier for you to use your markers. And there's a tiny little pistachio nut somewhere in there with a hole in it. We thought the little pistachio nut was a neat thing to decorate, and you could go abstract. You could use it to decorate your name tag, or I actually used it on my walking stick, and I made it into a little green elf guy with some wild hair. So I'm going to let you focus in on that, and I attached it to my walking stick. On day 1, we gave you some supplies like markers and a few little stencils. So what I'm going to actually put on my rock is this little owl. So I'm going to take my brown marker and I'm just going to color in a little owl shape. And the reason, some of you may not remember, but we had a beautiful little owl named Maxine that we took care of, and I was lucky enough to take care of her for several years and take her out to schools and show everybody. So I'm going to do the little owl, and I'm going to write Maxine and put this in my garden so I can always remember her. Now, you may have a memory, or you can even do a rock for a gift. So I'm going to show you a few things. My friend Peggy helped me do some that were abstracts, like this. This one is a flower. She also did a little owl. This rock reminded her of a little beetle. And here's Kevin Gru's minion. July is the patriotic month, it seems like. So here's a heart flag and just a little heart. Have fun with this. And you know, some of the people who've been kind to you, that would make a wonderful little thank you gift.
Hey Backyard Explorers, right now we're going to make our mobile, and in your kit you will find some string that we're going to make our mobile with. You will need a pair of scissors to cut the string whenever you need to. Right now, I've already made one that looks, that kind of looks fun. This is another thing that we could hang in the tree. Now, whenever you make your mobile, it's anything from nature. Now, when we were walking up here, we found some really cool looking branches and things. Look what we found here. Looks like it's a habitat for another critter. Maybe a little squirrel or something lives down in there. Okay, and then look, we're fixing to do a mobile, so I'm going to pick up some of these sticks to go with our mobile. But that is a great habitat. Look, this is going to be great for the mobile. And then there's also a feather that we can maybe put on our mobile too, or even on our walking stick. And then I saw over here that we have some moss. Definitely think that would be great on our mobile too. So let's go make it. So if you want, you can make a mobile with this branch like this and hang your leaves and different pine cones and nuts or whatever you want to on a branch like this. Or you may want a branch that's just got a couple of branches coming out, just a couple of sticks coming out that you can hang on. So I'm going to make it on this one just so that you can see. So Mom's going to help me out here. What we're going to do is just take like a leaf, or even your star, if you want to put a star on there, and tie a knot around the stem. I would want to hang it like about right here. So I'm going to snip off there and just hang it wherever you want. Just or 2. Now these mobiles, they're natural. They may have a little, little tiny bug on there or 2, and it's not going to stay forever. So you're going to want to maybe leave it outside, and hang it up in the tree or something. So what do you think? I can still add more. At this point, Kathleen, you're going to take that and go faster. Okay, so here we have a mobile, and everybody's mobile will be different and beautiful, and it doesn't matter, you know, if you want to use, like I said, the great big branches like this, that would be fun to hang things from, or just a double branch. But your creation will be uniquely you, and I would love for y'all to post some pictures for that so we can see those, okay? So, all right, happy mobile.
But because it's ephemeral, we want you to actually take a minute and sketch it in your journal so that you can always remember what it looks like.
That's right, I forgot to say that. You're right. We want to make sure that you sketch that in your journal. That way you can always remember. And the next one you do, you'll want to sketch it too, because every one that you do will be different.
When I did my mobile, I had some extra paint lying around, so I just splashed some on some of my leaves and added a little bit, and my seed pods and other things, and the wind's catching them and blowing them. Even the cattail's not so heavy that it's not getting blown. So put it outside on your porch or a tree, somewhere where you can go by and enjoy your mobile. Be aware it's not going to last forever, but if a leaf gets destroyed, go collect something else, get another treasure and put it in its spot.
Okay guys, now we're going to make some leaf litter critters. Okay, so what I've done is I've just picked some things from around this area. We have some pretty little yellow flowers on here, and then we have some, I don't know what these
seeds.
are. Seeds. These are seeds. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little, like a little person. That's adorable. Okay, so get out in the woods and make one of your own. Also, get your journal out and sketch what you made, because it's all, you know, it won't be there forever, so go ahead and sketch what you made.
In my journal, some of the leaves inspired me with little creatures like our little hedgehog that I used just a pen to do his legs and his snout, and an eye, one of the googly eyes, and then meet the whale. This is a blue whale, the largest creature on earth. And we even put in a little piece of tissue paper where if you wanted to protect your journal when you close it, you could trim this and put a piece of tissue paper where it wouldn't damage your journal. Campers, you may have noticed you have a few extra things. There are 2 postcards that are duplicates. One is to tape into your journal. It's a picture of a roseate spoonbill that we see sometimes here at Shangri, beautiful bird with that pink plumage, and you can just tape that in there. It's an Audubon print that we actually have in our museum, and this one actually has a stamp on it, where all you have to do is choose a special memory from this week at camp, write it, and get an address for a grandparent or maybe a friend from school that you haven't seen in a while, and drop it in the mailbox and share a memory with them. Also, if you finished your little seed card that you were collecting, you can tape it in your journal.
This has been a great week. So glad that y'all were able to be with us and to do all these fun things. We've had a great time. You had a great time?
Yes.
Had a great time. And what you have in your bag also is a Leave No Trace card. And I want you to look at it carefully. It's a card that you can put either in your journal, you could tie it to your stick just to remind you, but basically leave no trace is leave things better than what you found it, you know. So whenever you go into the woods, don't take a lot of things, you know. I mean, if you want to pick up an acorn or a pine cone or things like that for your mobiles, those things are great, but you don't want to overdo that. You know, you don't want to take all the acorns, then the squirrels would have nothing.
Be respectful.
Be respectful, that's right. Be respectful.
And for your challenge, we want you to take your magnifying lens and look real closely at this little stamp. coral reefs are endangered, and the stamps commemorate and also point out things that people really need to be aware of. So for your challenge, we would either like you to duplicate and enlarge your coral stamp in your journal, or we would like you to make a promise. Something that you can do that Nisi just mentioned will make things better than they are now. And please be aware, it doesn't have to be a huge thing.
No.
As young as you are, if you promised always to turn the water off when you're brushing your teeth, think in your lifetime how many gallons and thousands of gallons of water you would save. Or you might.
Oh, you could bring a reusable water drink holder, or beverage drink holder, so that you could have your Kool-Aid or whatever you're going to have in your drink, so that you don't have to buy bottles and bottles of water. You want to make sure that you reuse the cups.
You might do something as simple as making a promise that you're never going to throw trash out of a car.
Oh,
We're
that's a
hearing
great idea.
traffic coming up and down Park Avenue, and every day we have people out picking up litter, and that would make a huge, huge difference if you just, on your own, you promise that you will find a trash can and put your garbage where it belongs from now on.
And that leave a place better than what you found it. When you go and you have a picnic, pick up all your trash, but if somebody else left a little bit, go ahead and take their trash too. Leave it better than what you found it.
So when you're thinking of those promises, try and be reasonable, something that you truly could do that would make the world a better place. So your challenges are to either enlarge the coral reef, endangered coral reef stamp, or to make a promise, or you could do both. Remember,
We miss you. We're proud of you. Stay curious.
Bye.
Bye. Really, we're ready.